Today on Dad Hut, we're taking a look at the Ouxi V8 electric bike. Is this the e-bike you should buy? Let's find out. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Dad Hut. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Ouxi V8. This is a moped style electric e-bike, and I'm going to go through my thoughts, just my riding experience with it. I'll go through the shipping, the assembly, the features, and basically how it rides, and help you make an informed decision on whether or not this e-bike is for you. I know there's a lot of e-bikes out there to choose from, so I'm going to break down everything you need to know about this particular bike to see if this is the best choice for you. So let's hop right into it. Shipping was ultra quick. Now this one, I do live on the mountain time zone of the United States, and this one came from the East Coast, so it took about 5 days from shipping to get to me. Again, ultra quick, not very long. FedEx brought it right to my garage door. And as far as assembling the bike goes, I had it done in about 35 to 45 minutes from start to finish. It's not very hard to do at all. They do give you a toolkit, so if you don't own tools, they give you every tool that you need to put this bike together. Not a very difficult build at all. It comes about 80 to 85% assembled anyways, so there's really not a whole lot to it. So now that we have it assembled and we're ready to go, let's take it outside. We'll talk about some of the features on the bike. I'll go from the back of the bike to the front of the bike, and then we will take it out and we'll do some speed tests at each pedal assist mode. Let's go.
All right, so here is the Ouxi V8 e-bike, and we're just going to go from the back to the front here and kind of go over all the features. Obviously, we've got this seat here, this passenger seat, which does hook up to these bolts here and down here to the frame. So if you are going to have a passenger, or you're going to put like a cargo seat or something on this and do food delivery, or maybe your own, go into the grocery store or whatever, this bike is a huge plus because this does come with it. Now, if you don't want it, you just take this off. I'm going to take it off, not something I need, but it's great that it comes with it. This V8 plate here is just held on by these 3 screws. So again, if you don't like the way that looks, you can take it off, paint it, and put it back on, or just take it off completely. You don't have to keep it there. Starting at the back, you do have hydraulic brakes in the front and in the rear, which is great. You've got plastic fenders, which I like because they're not nearly as noisy as metal fenders. And you have these Kendra 20 by 4 inch fat tires. They do a great job off-road, going through the dirt and the sand. It is powered by a 750 watt motor, which does have, enough power to get you up to 28 miles per hour, which is a class 3 speed. Back here, you can't see it because I have the seat on right now, but you do have brake lights and tail lights and signals. So I am going to show you what that looks like without the seat. I'll just overlay some footage here of what that looks like. You do have down here a shifter, a Shimano shifter. So if you do want to pedal this bike, you can go through the gears. Not something I'm going to do, but it is there if that's what you want. One thing I didn't connect is right here is where the pegs will go. They do give you a set of pegs, so if you have a passenger, they've got something to put their feet on. Again, I didn't connect it because I'm going to take this off, the seat off. But if you are going to have a passenger, they do give you the pegs. I just don't have them on. You do have this chain guard here. The battery is the first battery that I have seen that actually has an emblem, like a car emblem on the battery instead of a sticker, which is pretty cool. You've got your on-off switch up here on the battery, and then in here is the charging port right there. Love the on-off switch because it saves the battery from draining when it's not in use. It is a 48 volt, 15 amp hour battery. Up here you have a really nice banana style seat. It is super comfortable, very, very comfortable to ride on. I love banana seats. I hate regular bicycle seats. This is great, especially for long distances. Very, very comfortable on your bum. Now the battery down here also has a lock that they give you a set of keys, which I'll show you right here. They give you 2 keys so you can remove that battery and take it off inside so nobody steals it. And they also give you an alarm, which is something I have never seen on any of these moped style e-bikes. The alarm is just that. It's just an alarm that you can set. So if somebody moves your bike, it will start making a noise. It's a deterrent. It's not going to stop somebody from stealing the bike, but it is a deterrent. Up front, like I said, we have the hydraulic brakes there as well, another plastic fender. The headlight is really cool, and I'll show you some footage of what that looks like as well when it's all lit up. And you do have a front suspension. There is no rear suspension, but there is a front suspension. It's not adjustable. Up top here, you've got your on-off switch for the headlights. Then you have for your turn signals here, your left and right. And then you actually get a horn as well. This is to turn on the unit, and then you can work through the menus with the plus and minus, change the pedal assist mode and whatnot through that. I added a cell phone mount. This did not come with the bike. There's the screen. Nothing fancy, but all the information is there. You know, you've got your battery life, you've got how fast you're going, what PSA, you know, pedal assist mode you're in. You can do an odometer, you can do a trip, all those kinds of things. And here is your shifter up here. Obviously your brakes, and you've got your throttle right here. It's a half twist throttle. So that's pretty much it going over the Ouxi V8 and all the features. Let's go back inside and yeah, we'll take a look at some of the riding on it and how it does when you actually ride it.
Okay, so that's all the features of the bike, but enough talking. Let's take it out. Let's go through the top speed in each pedal assist mode, and then we'll bring it back here and we'll talk about the riding experience in general. Let's go.
All right, so now let's go through the pedal assist. This is pedal assist 1. Let's see what our top speed is in that. Looks like that's going to give us 8 miles an hour. Let's go to pedal assist 2. Pedal assist 2 looks like it's going to give us 13. Pedal assist 3. Looks like 18. Pedal assist 4. Like 22, 23, and pedal assist 4. This is a top speed test on the Ouxi V8 from a dead stop, and go. 10, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 27, 28. So it looks like 27, 28 is what we're gonna get.
So there you can see 28 miles an hour is the top speed on this Class 3 e-bike, and at 28 miles an hour, you are moving. That is quick. The overall riding experience on this bike is smooth. I like it. You know, the brakes work really good. The actual ride isn't too bumpy as long as you're on, you know, smooth pavement. The seat is ultra comfortable. I love these moped style seats. You know, handlebars are at the right height. It's an overall really good experience riding this bike. Now, this bike can handle going off-road. It does have those fat tires on it, and it can handle going through the grass and dirt and sand and things like that, and gravel. As long as you're, you know, reasonable with it and aren't trying to go on some really, really steep inclines, I think you'll be okay. This is a hardtail bike, so it does not have a rear suspension, which is going to make riding off-road a little bit rougher on your rear end because there isn't so much to absorb all of those bumps, but it can do it. Like I said, it can do inclines too, but you know, have some expectations here. If you live in, like, say, a city kind of like San Francisco or Seattle, where like you have those ultra steep roads, you know, this bike or any bike in its price range just isn't going to be able to handle going up those roads. It's too steep for any bike in this price range. So you're going to need something else for something that steep. But, you know, regular inclines you might find around town and things like that, it can handle those slight inclines just fine, as long as you're staying away from the ultra steep stuff.
So as far as battery life goes, they claim you're going to get about 37 miles to a full charge if you're using electric only. I got closer to 30, so not too far off. If you're willing to pedal, you can probably double or maybe even triple that. It takes about 7 hours to charge the battery if it's completely dead, so not too bad there either.
So I always like to say some of the things I like and some of the things I would change and whatnot, and this bike has some premium features for sure. You know, it has its own security alarm that's built into the bike. This is the first bike that I've seen, especially at this price point, with that built in. The battery on this bike, like I said, is an emblem and not a sticker. That's the first time I've seen that. It has full working headlights and brake lights and turn signals, so there are a lot of premium features there. And one thing that is going to be big for some people is this does come with a passenger seat. Now, you don't have to attach it. It's not something I'm going to use, but it is there. So if you are going to ride with a passenger, I think this has a max weight of like 330 pounds, but this does come with a full rear seat for a passenger with pegs. So if you know you're going to be riding around with somebody else, this is certainly a bike that you'll want to check out. And I always try to be honest and tell you if there's things that I didn't like or that I would change. And while none of these are going to be deal breakers by any means, some of them might be to you or some of them might not matter at all, but I think it's fair for me to at least mention them. This bike does not have any cruise control feature. So if you're going on a long ride and you just want to stay at the same speed and let go of that throttle and just let it hold and maintain, I don't see that feature on here. It's not listed on their website. I can't find it in any of the menus to turn it on. So there is no cruise control as far as I can tell on this bike. Another thing, like I've already mentioned, there is no rear suspension on this bike. If you're on streets or pavement and it's a smooth street or pavement or regular street, it doesn't matter. You're not going to feel any bumps really at all anyways, unless you're hitting like potholes or something. But if you are going to take this bike off-road, you're going to feel those bumps because there is no rear shock in the back. There is a suspension up front, but it is an adjustable and it certainly does help. But it's not going to overall affect the performance of the bike. It's just going to really affect how you feel it working when you're riding over those bumpy roads or, you know, taking it off-road. Not a big deal for me because I mostly stick to pavement, but for some people that might matter. The other thing I would like to mention is the screen shows you everything you need to see. This is purely cosmetic, but it is an older, dated, it's like an M5 screen. It's not colored or anything like that, and a lot of these new bikes have these nice LCD colored screens on there with all the information. This is more of a basic screen, but it has everything there. It has your, you know, miles per hour, how many miles you've gone, your odometer, your battery power levels. So all the information is there on this one that are on the others as well. It's just not presented in a beautiful, colorful screen. So again, it's kind of nitpicking there, but I figured I would mention it at least so people know that up front and honest. So ultimately, what do I think of the Ouxi V8 electric bike? I think that this bike is going to be really good for somebody who doesn't want to spend a ton of money, wants to keep it under $1,000. For somebody who definitely wants to ride with a passenger, this coming with that seat, this is a huge one. A lot of other e-bikes don't even come with the seat. It's not even possible to buy one, or if it is, they upcharge you for it and, you know, you're gonna have to buy it separately or something like that. This already coming with that rear passenger seat with the pegs, you're good to go. Or if you're gonna do food delivery, you can attach, you know, a crate to this or a milk crate or something and you're good to go there. Or maybe you're using this for yourself and you're just taking it to your grocery store and you need, you know, cargo room to carry stuff back with. I think this is a bike you certainly would want to look at because this can pretty much do that out of the box. And if, you know, this is something that you want, down in the description, like I said, I will leave a link to this product and there's a code there to help you save some money. If this video did help you out, guys, please like, please subscribe so you don't ever miss any of these Dad Hut videos, and I'll see you on the next one.